Do you find it hard to pronounce 出 versus 去? Do you have a hard time distinguishing 都 versus 多, 上 versus 下, 走 versus 坐? If you do, my friend, this video is for you. And if you can just use a few very simple Chinese tricks, your Chinese will be so much better instantly. 大家好，我是可人. Welcome to my unconventional Chinese class. If you find my video helpful, subscribe to my channel. Tip number 1. 鱼 versus 乌 出去 is tricky to pronounce because in English, you guys don't have the yu sound. But as long as you try to pronounce e with a rounded mouth, you will say yu automatically. E 去 出去 Tip number 2. 七 versus 吃 出去 is hard to pronounce, also because the initials sound very similar. The initial for 出 is 吃. It sounds exactly like ch in church. Ch, wu, chu. The initial for 去 is 七. Okay, this one is a little bit tricky, but if you try to pronounce ch with a flat tongue, you will get 七 automatically. 七 yu 去 Tip number 3. O versus or. If you happen to mix do versus 多 走 versus 坐 all the time, this tip will be a lifesaver for you. The fundamental issue here is the vowels. O versus 我. When you try to pronounce the vowel O, your mouth is getting smaller. O, 走 都. When you try to pronounce the vowel 我, it's the opposite. Your mouth is getting bigger. 我做多 Easy, right? Tip number 4. 诗 versus 西. Have you noticed some people pronounce 谢谢 as 谢谢? That's because they mixed 诗 and 西. And today, I will teach you one tip to fix that problem. 诗 sounds exactly the same as sh in should. And if you try to pronounce sh with a flat tongue, you will get xi automatically. Xi, yi, a, xia. Xi, yi, e, xie. Tip number 5. 鸡 versus 七 versus 西. Xi, like I explained before, if you try to pronounce sh with a flat tongue, you will get xi automatically. 学习 谢谢 喜欢鸡 If you try to pronounce G with a flat tongue, you will get G automatically. 姐姐季节鸡鸡七 Like I said before, if you try to pronounce ch with a flat tongue, you will get 七 automatically. 亲亲奇怪亲爱的 Tip number 6. Comprehensible input. I understand saying a word slowly is not that tricky. The hard thing is that you also need to combine the tones. And at the same time, you need to think about how to express yourself in Chinese. And that's exactly why I highly recommend that you should hear the words in different contexts repetitively. Before you say anything, listen to the native speakers first. The key to improve your pronunciation is not speaking, but listening. If you don't hear a word enough times, you will say it wrong. If you hear a word enough times, you will say it right naturally, automatically. And that's the whole point of comprehensible input. I promise you, with time, you will see improvement. Good luck. 谢谢你。再见。